Hi, and welcome to another installment of Math Basics, Mr. Besh. Today this video is designed to teach you how to convert an equation in slope-intercept form to an equation non-standard form. Now, when you do this, there are 4 steps. I say possibly because the first 2 steps are always done and the last 2 depend upon the situation of the equation. So let's start with a slope-intercept equation. Y is equal to 2x plus 4, as we have up on top. Step number 1, always read the equation of the x term on the right side of the equation. So here's my x term, 2x. If it's positive, subtract it from both sides. If it were to be negative, you simply add it to both sides. So we have positive 2x here. So to get rid of it and make it a 0, we have to minus 2x from both sides of the equation. Notice what we get. Y minus 2x is going to give me y minus 2x on this side. And over here, this is going to be 0, and 0 plus 4 gives me 4. So this is my first step. This step you always do. The second step, what you want to do is you want to take your equation you have now and rearrange the x and y terms so the equation is in the form ax plus by is equal to c. You also want to place a 1 in front of y, identifying its coefficient. So notice I took these 2 terms here and just switched them around. So now the minus 2x comes first and the plus 1y comes second. 4 stays the same over here on the right hand side. Now, step number 3. And here's why I said it was possible that you do steps 3 and 4. What you now need to do is you need to look at the coefficient in front of x right here. If a in the equation is negative, which this is, negative 2, then multiply each term by negative 1 in the equation. If not, skip it and go to the next step. So now, since a is negative 2, I take each term multiplied by negative 1, and this is my equation now. Negative 2x gave me positive 2x. Positive 1 times negative 1 gave me negative 1y, and positive 4 gave me negative 4 on that right-hand side. Step number 4. This is the other possibility. If a in the equation is a fraction. Now notice, 2 is not a fraction. So this is just, we skip this step and we are done. Our answer here in standard form is 2x minus 1y is equal to negative 4. If it were a fraction, what you do is you multiply every term in the problem by the denominator. Okay, so I don't want to leave you hanging. I want to give you an example of what I'm talking about now. So let's say we have an example here. My slope-intercept equation is y equals negative 1/3 x minus 5. Okay, once again, first step, ridding the equation of the x term on the right side. So notice this time it was minus 1/3 x, so I have to add 1/3 x to both sides. And I get y plus 1/3 x is equal to negative 5. Then I go to the second step. My second step is to rearrange the x and the y terms, take them and flip-flop them around. So now I get 1/3 x in front plus 1y here. Remember to put a 1 in front of the y value. The third step really doesn't take effect here because the a value is not negative, so I don't have to multiply everything by negative 1. However, step number 4 needs to kick in because now a is a fraction, 1/3. That means I have to multiply all 3 terms by the denominator, which in this case is 3. So 1/3 x times 3 is 1x because 1/3 times 3 over 1 is 1 in simplified terms. Then I take my 1y, 1 times 3 gives me 3y's. And then last but not least, negative 5 times 3 gives me negative 15. One of the biggest mistakes that students tend to make is they forget to multiply the term over here on the right-hand side. And what they end up doing is they leave it as like the negative 5 and then they make that mistake. So make sure you're thorough. 4 steps, first 2 have to be done, and the second 2 are possibilities based on the equation situation. All right? I hope you found this video both helpful and informative.